nice whiteboard. Let's see. So we can write a lot of things on this. We could write a lot of things on this little board that we have. We could write a lot of things. We could write a lot of things on this board. We could write what I'm gonna do. See if you can see what I'm gonna write right here. Are we on? Are we on? Definitely. Okay, so here we go. That's gonna be an H right there. That's gonna be an H. We're gonna go, and there's different ways that people do this, but I like to go right here. E. A little bit of an E right there. There we go. That's an L. It could be an I, but it's an L. Right there. Hell. That's hell. Now, I mean, this could be, at this point, I could be writing the name of this channel. I could be writing hello. I could be writing just the word hell. I could be done already. You know, you don't really know at this point. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write a little bit of, there you go. Hello. 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 Hello to you. Hello. Hello. Hello to you. Hi. So that's like, oh, one little fun thing we can draw. We can draw hello. We can erase it. Oh, that doesn't really erase very well, does it? Oh, look at that. That's quite poor. Quite poor. How about this one? Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. Wow, that's quite nice. And then so it's kind of painting on its own right here. It's kind of a painting on its own where you have that. Look at that. And now we've got a happy little splotch right here. Look at that. Right there. We've got a nice little splotch right here. You can even tell what it is. Look at that. A nice little splotch. Let's look at that. Nice and close. Right there. Wow. That's really something special. That's really something special, I think. So let's write something else for us here. We can write something else for us here. One thing that we can write. We could write my own name. I could write my own name here. My name, Bob Ross. I could write Bob Ross. Right here. Starting right here. Right here. We can write. That's a B. B for Bob. B for Bob Ross. O. B-Y-O. Bob Ross. There's a lowercase b right there. And you see, that's quite like the other B, but this one doesn't have the top little lumpy there, the top little lumpy. We take that off and it's a lowercase b. Then we could go down here, we could say, look at that. Oh. R. Are you happy with that? A nice little circle. 2 circles right there. S. It's very snake-like. A snake would say S for sure. And just look at that. It's the same one. It's just duplicated. Just duplicated it. And then we have Bob Ross. Look at that. Look at that. Bob. Look at that. Ross. Together. You have Bob Ross together. It's very nice. Bob. Little Ross right there. Bob Ross. That's me. If you haven't noticed, I'm Bob Ross. Of course you've noticed that. Why would you not notice something so Very nice. How it blends together with the purple onto the page. Blends together. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I love that. I love that effect. It's watercolors together. Oh, yes. Look at that. That's great. That's great. That's amazing. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Beautiful. I couldn't imagine a better eraser than the ones that I have here. Now, do you at home have any desires for different things I could write? Different things I could write. I could write little things. I could do a little bit of I could trace it on there. I could go like that was Bob Roos, because I added an extra O into it. Bob Roos. Roos. Like that. So I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun. Could draw a little picture. Could draw a little picture. So we're gonna start out, and it's a happy little sun right here. Look at that. Very nice. Wow, that's beautiful. Can't see it because it is too light. It's too light. So let's go ahead and there we go. That's better. That's better. Look at that. You can see that clearly. It's a beautiful sun. It's a beautiful sun right there. Ah, it's shining down. It's shining down the morning rays upon the world. And then what do we have here but a nice little person. Look at that. A smiling little person. A smiling, happy little person right down there. What's he thinking about? Do you think he's happy? Do you think he's having a good time? Do you think he's having a nice day today? I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that little person down there, he's dreaming about a beautiful, beautiful sunset. Perhaps he's looking up into the sky and thinking about how nice the sun is going to look when it sets today into the beyond the coastline, beyond his field of vision. It's going to look so beautiful. And then we have just a happy little ground. There we go, happy little ground right here that he can stand up, so he won't fall down into nothingness. And then we'll have a happy little bush, right here. Wow, look at that. And what are those little dots? But they're berries, delicious berries. Berries. I love berries. They're yummy. Very good. And I think this is shaping up to be one of Bob Ross's greatest masterpieces. I don't think anyone has ever drawn a better picture than this picture. And so, I think, it wouldn't be complete without, of course, a happy little tree as well. Oh, look at that. There's berries on the tree as well. Tree berries. You'd think that maybe there wouldn't be. Maybe there wouldn't be berries in the tree because it's not how the trees work. But this one is a special tree. What happened was this little bush believed so hard that it could become a big tree, that it grew up and it became a big tree. And you can become a big tree too, if you believe in yourself like that. If you believe in yourself, you could become a big tree, just like this little bush became. And then what's going to happen is we're going to make sure that we want to draw out the scenery a little bit. We want to create some depth to this picture, right? Of course, you want to have some depth. Right now it's flat. It's all taking place on a 2D plane. So we're going to draw something in the foreground that will naturally draw our eyes. We'll draw our eyes because of the foreground. Right there. Okay, that looks pretty nice. Right there. So it's like that's up close to us right now. It's nice and up close to us. And then we have right there. because it's so close to us. It's going to have more detail, I think. It's going to have more detail because it's close to us, you know. And then I think it really would make more sense if we had more details near us as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to add right here. Okay, yeah, right there. A nice little sign that we have. And that's good. That's good. You know, and that's it's right there. It's planted into the ground. A nice little sign planted into the ground, and I think that's very good. I like that. And you know, I think it's looking good so far. It's looking great. It's looking great. I got to make sure that we, you know, really characterize everything that's going on here. So let's make sure that we can add a little friend to our scene right here. That maybe our little friend right here would be coming up, and he would be going right up here. It's a nice little mountain. Look at that. A mountain friend. A mountain friend right here. Then I'll give him a little mouth so he can talk to his friends. There we go. Beautiful. Of course, great dentures. You have to have great teeth. I think when you're a good friend, you're a great friend, and you have good teeth, you take care of yourself. And we're going to give him some beautiful, beautiful eyes. Look at that. Right there. Right there. Beautiful eyes that he has. And then eyebrows. You have to have eyebrows when you have eyes as well. There we go. So then I think that's pretty good. I think that's good. So gotta give him some hair as well. There. That's looking very nice. I like the way that's looking. I think it's looking very good. And I think it's looking relaxing, and it's looking nice. And then I think the best thing to do would be, you know, we gotta make sure that this is a complete picture, right? It's a complete picture that everyone can agree is complete. And how do you know when it's complete? I find myself just adding details, and you're not really making the scene better, right? You're just making it different, right? There's all kinds of things you can do. You can add different things to it. You can add, you know, you can add things that will make it better. You can add things that will make it different. And I think that when you're doing that, when you're at that level and you're just changing things around, right? When you're just changing things around and you're not making it better, you're making it different. That's when you know that you're done, I think. That's when you know it's time to let your creation go, because you're not making it better anymore. So you've made it great, and you've made it perfect already. And right there, it's wonderful. Let me say, oh, it's actually in space now. He's in space the whole time. So I know that a couple folks like tracing. They like air tracing, tracing things on the camera. Is that effect, does that carry over to drawing on a whiteboard? Or is it better when it's in the air? Because I did a little bit of that, and I don't know quite how it translates. If it's good, if it's still nice, or perhaps if the effect just isn't quite as good that way. I think that both are fine, and I would be happy to do either. But I'm just erasing our previous drawing here so we could do a little bit of air tracing that way. So what I mean, I'll show you what I mean. So when we do air tracing, right, when we do tracing in the air, and we go, say, here we go, P-O-N. Is that an N? I don't know. P-O-N. Pon-pon. When we do a pon-pon like that, is that as good? Does that work the same way as if I were to go over here and I were to draw and I were to say pon-pon. Pon-pon. Pon-pon is you. my friend watching, my nice friend, Pon Pon. Which one? Do you like the air tracing better, or do you like the drawing? Because, or which one doesn't do it, or maybe neither. I do always go. Oh, writing what you trace is not as good. I see it, yeah. So I don't know if I could do that, but I can do air tracing. I can do air tracing. And perhaps I'll do the air tracing with a pencil, right? I'll do the air tracing with a pencil, right? So we can have that. So I think, yeah, so I'll do that. I'll do some air tracing. If you have things that you'd like me to write, feel free to put them in the chat. Anybody can do that. And if not, I will do some writing right here. So we have about over here is where we start right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a nice happy little word right here, and you can maybe tell me what it is to start off with. It's gonna be my own word that I draw. Okay, go right here. Does anyone know what that is? Could be anything right there. Now, I think the thing that I drew is one of my favorite things in the world. It's where I live, it's where we all live. And I will also say that it is a nice place to be. I'll draw it one more time. Here we go, right over here. There. Now, tracing with a pencil, I don't know if that's the same quite as doing it with my finger. If I were to go maybe people like that better. Erase that. We'll erase that. So, that one. Air tracing with the finger. Okay. I was tracing hell zone. Hell zone. Hell zone. Hell zone. Hell zone. Yeah, I can do that. I can brush it. I think the difficulty with doing the layered pencil on paper while I'm tracing is that might require too many hands to do live. It would be easier to do that if I had the pencil sounds afterwards and I just recorded them into the video. I think I could probably do something. I could do something like, if I were to go and I were to tell, right? How about this one? Okay. Well, so the issue is that I would have to have a hand to hold what I'm writing on, because I have to hold it up to the mic to be able to hear it properly. So that was so I got interrupted in the middle by my brain. Right, here we go. now I will write another thing. I'm running out of space. Dash. That was tingle, 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 tingle. Tingle, 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 tingle was that one. And now, so what I'm doing with that is I'm kind of making it so that we have the brush strokes of the brush as my hand. So we could draw like so that was like a little happy face. And so I don't know if the sound is coming across as, you know, like a kind of like a brush stroke on a brush. But that's the intention with that. So we could have we could draw, here we go, I'll draw a happy little tree, okay. There, that's a happy little tree. Actually, it was quite a big tree, I think. Could draw its little happy little friend over here. There we go, little baby tree. There we go. It doesn't quite have any leaves on it yet. That's why it's a little tree. So a happy little tree for that one. That's a happy little tree. So next, we can draw. We can draw something else. We can draw perhaps we can draw something nice. A nice little. Here we go. Here's a nice little. That was a bird, a nice little bird. You might also draw a flock of birds like that. Nice little flock of birds fluttering away. Like you might have seen towards fall in the winter, the migrating the birds. I see those quite often, actually. One thing that you see around here actually is actually parakeets. You see parakeets, wild parakeets, because in Los Angeles, a pet store once let out a group of parakeets by accident, and they got out into the wild, and now every year you have parakeets that have grown into a flock and migrate around the Los Angeles area, and they will sometimes be just in the neighborhood chattering away, just parakeets that you might have at a pet store because they just got out and no one ever caught them. So it's just parakeets. It's a weird, funny thing about LA. Now let's draw. What else to draw? Perhaps. Here we go. Bop. Bop. Gonna make an eyes. It's a pepperoni pizza slice. A pepperoni pizza slice. Pepperoni pizza. Oh, thank you, big man. 5789774. I am Mario. I'm Bob Ross, and I am Mario. It's a me, Mario. Now, perhaps we can draw. Ah, we'll draw a big man. Here we go. There's his head. There's his body. There are his nice, strong legs. His big, powerful arms. There's his muscles, bulging muscles that he has. There we go. That's a big man that we've drawn. Big, powerful man. Wow. He's so strong. How did he get so strong? I don't know. Nice. Other thing we can draw. It's the season, right? So perhaps we will draw. Here's candy cane. A delicious candy cane for you for a nice little candy treat. It's really, New Year's is coming up, but there isn't really a lot of good iconography. Oh, here's one to draw. Here we go. We'll be here soon. I wonder if anyone has leftovers of the 2020 New Year's items that people had last year, where they're wearing their big 2020 glasses that they had, celebrating the coming of 2020. I think that would be quite funny if they had that, because, I don't know, it's just a little bit of a different message now, doesn't it? I see something that says, Happy 2020. I don't know about that, bud. I don't know about that. I haven't had a candy cane in a long, long time. Probably not since I was actually a child. I don't know, they just never come up. But one thing I always do like is like right here. A Christmas tree. Never buy an elation hat. I don't know what an elation hat is. Is that a hat that makes you feel elated when you wear it? A hat that makes you feel happy? It's quite a hat. But apparently it stops working after 4 years, so maybe not. Oh, election hat, I see. Well, that's probably a good idea anyway. Just not buy like an election hat. I don't know. Oh, Elma Potion is back with the Bob Ross emote. I'm always happy when Elma Potion is here. Let's go draw an Elma Potion right here. That's Elma. Elma Potion. Hello. I like your sloth emotes, big man. Hello. Hi. Hello. Lots of sloth. I'll read each one. Sloth. Russian. What time is it in Russia right now? It's probably pretty late. That's pretty close, pretty far in the east, I think. In the Russia land. I don't usually get people from Russia for that reason, because it's too late over there. Hey, that's pretty cool. that vibe. Nice. That vibe emote. Nice, nice. Here. V I B E. Vibe in. Oh, you're in the US. Okay, that makes a lot more sense then. The reason you'd be up at this hour. It's probably in Russia. It's not a good time to be up. Elmo's straight vibing